Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of the Glass Cage podcast. I'm JH.
And I'm George.
And we are, well, essentially we are disc jockeys right now. We're radio hosts because this is borderline live.
Yeah, we're cutting it fine.
It's, oh, what is it? It's probably 15 hours until this is released to the GP, the general public.
Oh, look at that. It's just a fine line that you're running on.
No, so this episode, we're going to do Instagram Q&A. So I put out on Instagram, the Glass Cage Pod, for everybody listening, that we were going to do some questions. We got, what did I say?
25?
25?
Something like that. It was a lot.
Anyway, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a good response this time. Now, just on that, if anyone has any voice notes or stuff that they want to, chat to us, send them in on there. Also, tag us in your stories and show us what you're doing in your glass cage, because honestly, it's really interesting to see.
Yeah.
We had someone from America last week, I think it was, that
Spraying nitrogen?
Yeah, something like that.
I saw that one. I was like,
which is
where are you?
Really cool to see.
Yeah.
So let's crack on into it. We'll get to the first one, and then I've got a funny one, which was we'll just get to the first one, which is now I do apologise
Oh.
if I get your names mixed up, because it is Instagram. But LJ Davis says, "Turn the camera on, legends."
Yeah, well, pay us.
Yeah, so like we've mentioned before, we've turned it off just because it makes it easier for me for editing. So
yeah, it's a lot of work for you guys to just look at like our lounge rooms.
And we've got to make sure we've got right lighting. George has got to put his makeup on.
Yeah, got to make sure that the dogs have got their makeup on.
Yeah, but so when it goes for doing a video podcast, it takes me, I'd say, about 3 hours to edit. Yeah. Whereas when it's a pure audio, we're looking at about maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I can get it done, which means we can do these so quick.
Yeah.
So yes, that's where we're at with the video. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, maybe we get a sponsor on board and and then it'll be worth our while. All right, so let's set the tone. So Mark Merritt, he goes, would you prefer to fight 30 rat-sized humans or one human-sized rat?
Ooh.
I know my answer.
I'm going the old horse-sized duck, duck-sized horse.
I'm going for 30-sized.
30 rat-sized
30
humans.
rat-sized humans. Easy.
It didn't work out so well for old mate, Gilliver's Island or whatever it was.
Oh, well, I'm not Jack Black.
He ended up pinned down. But
that is true. If they were are they allowed to coordinate,
I mean, like, if you're talking about a rat, like a human-sized rat, isn't that like a small bear?
What? No, we're talking like
70, 80, 100 kilos. What? 100 kilo of rat.
What are you on about?
A human-sized rat.
Oh, human-sized rat.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm thinking of the human-sized,
the
rat-sized humans. Yes, sorry. Yeah, so you're looking at like a 100-kilo rat.
Yeah.
You can't take that down.
Oh, it depends. Am I allowed to use anything from the gun cabinet?
Let's go bare hands.
Bare hands.
Same with like the 30 human-sized rats.
Yeah, rat-sized humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the rat-sized humans every day.
Yeah.
Give me the little people.
Go. Oh. It's the same one with the age-old question of how many hours do you need to see in a day before you think, something's up?
Oh, it's 2. Yeah, if there's more than 2, something's suspect.
I reckon 3 to 5. And I'm like, no, something's up. Why there's so many hours hanging
what
around?
Are you doing, man? Hanging out in barns all day?
All right, so from Mud Dog 77, old Muds.
Here we go.
Shop around or buy local with ag chem companies and machinery dealers.
Interesting. Here we go.
So my take, machinery dealers, shop around.
Yep.
But for your ag chem, I'm a loyal. Yeah. Loyal.
It depends on having this discussion. As I sent through that link for the quoting.
Yep.
A couple of guys in South Oz got a startup company doing the anonymous quoting, so you can go out and quote your chemical to put it out to tender.
Yep.
Works well for like if you've got a whole heap of big orders and you need to check pricing.
Yes, yeah.
doesn't work so well if you get into short supply and you need to like I need chemical of this, like this specific
Right now,
chemical.
yeah.
I need it now, and it's agency product or something, and you might not quite get the allotment.
Yeah.
But I love the as with anything, I think it's pretty evident. I love more competition. Like the more that the guys are cutthroat at each other, then the less chance of getting absolutely steamrolled.
Yeah, no, look, I definitely agree on that. But then when it comes to ag chem companies, especially when you're in small towns, it like we've definitely done it where we switched because we switched agronomists. So we switched the whole. We went from then it was Landmark to now Farm and General.
Yep.
And that worked out a lot cheaper for us to do that.
Yeah.
And then now I'm sure it's not cheaper for us to stay with Farm and General. It'd probably be cheaper for us to shop around and get chemicals from everybody.
Yeah, and quote out.
But personally, I prefer to stay with the one guy, maybe get the occasional one from the others. But yeah, when you stay loyal, like they do look after you. You know, there's things like the client nights or like the fishing trips, things like that you know, footy tickets, something like that.
Yeah.
The same thing you were just saying with the quoting out. There was someone in Esperance that was that approached us, and they essentially they were trying to be agents. So they'll shop between the 3 or 4, if you include CBH, for urea and you know all your fertilizer.
Yeah, okay.
And this was why when fertilizer went skyrocketing through the roof. And look, it would have saved us some money. But you had to commit to them for 3 to 5 years. And again, like Zach, the local manager, he looks after you. He'll book it in without, you know, without calling you first and goes, hey, look, this is what I got. Is that good? You know, the price was just about to go up. Yep, no, and you go and sign it and you're done.
Yeah. There's a working relationship and an understanding of what you want to achieve. And things like soil sampling is all lined up, all of the data processing all happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes for relationships, and that was a discussion that I was having on the weekend, that the relationship building is a very, very difficult thing for people to step away from if they wanted to go to just straight out tendering their chemical or fertilizer. You lose that relationship. You lose that ability to call on, 6 o'clock on a Friday afternoon and say, I need 20 litres of this, and too bad. See you on Monday at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. It gets difficult. So, but with machinery, I bleed green, so I've always tried to stay, with green. But then, we went away with AgriFac. We're going away now with the Case tractor.
Yep.
And you guys are a multicolored farm. You have been for a long time.
Yeah.
So, machinery dealers are different.
Yeah.
They can't help you out. They can't quote you cheaper. Sure, they can help you with service.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's a complex one. That's a good question. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. So from Cameron Ritchie, get any rain?
Yes.
We did.
Yep.
So I scored big.
Yeah. Storm Lotto, you won.
I did, yeah. So I got 32 mils out of that rainfall. Had 2 today.
Yeah.
And it's nice. My dams are sort of
started
foolish again. And not foolish again. There's water back in them.
Yeah.
And my house tank, I was nearly about to call town to bring water out, and that'll keep us going for about another 2 weeks. But
beauty.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get some follow-up this weekend. Rain brings rain.
Because you guys, what'd you get down here?
15 mils down here. I think, I haven't checked up top, but I think it's got to be close to the 20 or whatever. Right opposite you.
Oh, yeah. So you would have had, 20, probably about 25.
Yeah. And then 6 at Kumulbidja.
Which is really odd. Normally it's the other way around. Normally we're the 6, Kumulbidjup's the 30. You guys are about that 25. But
tropical.
Yeah. It was very nice.
Yeah. I know that the boys up in Salmon Gums are probably licking their lips at.
Yeah. It was a good front that came through there.
Yep.
So CVOHL1, I don't know how you say that. If you're getting rid of the stripper fronts, are you sticking with disc planters?
Yes, 100%. Yep. We're not made of money.
The disc still gets through chop stubble.
The disc
a lot easier to shoot.
Yeah, they don't struggle getting through. And our disc being a single disc machine with the split scraper, we've got seed fert separation.
Yep.
Which, it was a big thing to go to that disc machine. But it's there's no benefit to change. I don't think we'll just keep where we are.
Yeah, until you want to upgrade, I suppose, width-wise. You
Yeah,
might choose to go to a tine or stay with discs.
yeah. Assess
Something to assess
a
at the time.
hybrid ones like the Boss modules.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's all sorts of funky stuff that's coming out of Queensland. Has been for a while, including the people. But
Good way to put our audience offside.
yeah.
So I think Cameron Ritchie was the guy who asked about the rain. He also sent us a message on Instagram following our last one. And he was just saying on the comment of the canola being rolled or crunched, that comment, he said it wasn't for the snails. It's typically for the blackleg management. So there you go.
Interesting.
I didn't realise that you could crush, I suppose you're trying to crush the stems to get rid of the spores or and all that. So
early, I would have just said that you're searching for spores, like fruiting bodies on stubble that's laying on the ground as well.
Yeah.
If it's closer to the ground, chances are of it getting wet and sporulation.
Yeah. So
interesting though.
Yeah. Different side of it.
Yep.
So from Dave Langfield, are you changing any of your crop rotations due to the changes in grain prices at the moment?
Yeah, we did discuss briefly lupins.
Yes.
Trying to find somewhere to put some lupins in.
Yep.
That's grain pricing, but also like our own consumption.
Rotation wise.
Yeah, or for the feedlot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we need protein. I think that because of our chemical residue from trying to control fleabane last year, and going, you know what, we don't have that now in our plans. Lontrel, the Lontrel hangover.
Yep,
it's going to stop us from doing that on some of the select paddocks. But yes, it is an open discussion, ongoing.
So for myself, we don't change. We've got our block rotation.
Yeah.
All evenly split 1,500 hectares. So, I don't change it. Keep it the same way. Otherwise, I end up with issues of, they're going to go barley on barley or wheat on wheat again or canola on canola. And then with up there, it's just the disease risk.
Yeah.
Too high.
Yeah. So. Ours wouldn't be we wouldn't be planning on changing, like same sort of thing. Like we've got our set rotation for that. It would just be substituting out canola hectares for the lupins.
Yeah.
And not many at that. So, yeah.
Yep. So Jack Brown, he's asked, would you get any Oz workers that are only 15 to 16 for a couple of weeks of work?
Work experience, traineeship, yes. Has to be they have to be 16. I think they have to be over 16 for the work experience to do the TAFE and traineeship stuff. Yep. Full-time workers, no, too young.
Yeah, no. So for myself, I don't employ anyone who's under the age of 18.
Yeah.
And they need a license and things like that.
That's the main thing.
We're so far from town.
17, if you've got your driver's license and you finish school and you're 17, you're turning 18 in 6 months or something, then that's different. Obviously, you'd be out in the world anyway at 17.
Yeah. No, it's I know Dad's hired one person that was 17, but he was a very keen young Kiwi at the time, and he ended up staying, coming back for a couple of years and all that. So all right, so Trav85 he has asked, JH, have you thought about going down the DBS line for a bar? Short answer, no. I am a big fan of the parallelogram system of having your tines control the seed depth instead of the bar, because the DBS is the whole bar lifts up, lifts down.
Yeah.
So we had that with a conserver pack, and you had to getting your bar even, especially over 80 feet. Well, actually, that's the other thing. DBS only go to 60. They don't go to 80 feet.
I think they built 2.
Wow.
But I don't think they continued building.
Yeah, well, it's such high horsepower demand with those. I have a new tractor that's coming, which is only 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
So, there's that limiting factor. But, I'm a fan of the parallelogram seating depth. I don't like the bar going up, down. I feel that you end up with too much variation fore and aft, and also
if you've got some contour land, can be a bit difficult.
And then, I don't know what bin you have behind it, but if the bin like the old Seahawks, they used to sit on the on the bin. Oh, sorry, on the bar. So then you got that issue.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Yeah, I haven't really looked at them that much. Guys around here have them. They swear by them, but
yeah, the Seedmaster, not Seedmaster, Seedstorm.
Duraquip. Yeah, they're the guys up in Perth.
Bruce Rockway, aren't they? But yeah, anyway.
You're talking about the black one, the 60-foot.
No,
that's Eagle Bar.
Yeah, the yellow one.
Yeah. Yes, that's a very heavy bar.
Yes.
Very heavy.
But that's 80 foot and using the groundhog modules, which are very similar in design to the DBS.
Yeah. No, I don't think 500 horsepower could tow that.
I don't think that you could even transport it.
Yeah.
It's a heavy bar.
That's a heavy bar. It's too much weight.
I could imagine trying to pull that thing out of some of the clays if it gets a wet seeding.
Oh God, no, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Rooster Ags. How much chuck would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
13.
7.
Oh.
All right. And then he's also asked another question. Keeping canola seed from previous seasons, what's your seeding rate and why? Now, you don't keep seeding canola, do you?
Oh, we have in the past, but we don't. No.
So for myself, we keep seed. Now, this year I'll probably go 3 kilos, but normally I aim for 2.
Yeah.
Reason I'm going 3 is I have so much canola on hand that I may as well use it. And especially this is going to be, it's still going to be dry sowing, even though we've had 32 mils of rain. It's all soaked in and now. Well, actually, probably just washed away anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll go 3 just to try and get the numbers, try and get some seeding establishment.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right. Lindy Ritchie. Yeah. Linda Richer. He said, what is George's impression on the 4-wheel drive versatile that he has, and why didn't he go for something like a 9R?
Oh, well, we're poor. Look, solid, simple machine. The servicing of the, of everything is dead easy. Like, you get underneath that machine on the pit and it is so open. All of your filters are right there. It's good. Operating in the paddock, there is a point at about 20 k's an hour that driving down the road, you may as well just be wearing your stack hat, but you just got to push through it. But we haven't got the ballasting right on it at the moment. It's just set up for towing a chaser bin. Biggest cab, I reckon. It's got to be one of the biggest cabs on the market.
Yeah, I mean, because I drove it when I was pulling my truck out. Well, G&B's truck out. Big cab, but I definitely prefer a John Deere cab.
Oh, everyone does.
Yeah, you can't get past them.
Yeah, sit in a John Deere and you're in the luxury mobile.
Yeah.
That's it's dealership backup and support. I mean, there's been some stuff that's gone on there, but
we won't delve too far into that one.
No, that was the purchasing of it. The dealerships. I'm not sure who we're actually dealing with now as a dealership, but I have got some parts through the guys who were in town. They're still able to provide some support. I have no idea what the go is.
Hang on, if McIntosh lost...
They parted ways with PFD, whatever they were. Power Farming Group.
Yeah, someone did ask me, I think privately on Instagram, have I looked at going to a Morris? Just no.
Nah. Good boxes.
But McIntosh has taken over Stones and it's just a whole kerfuffle in there.
Back to question 1 about question 2 about relationships.
Yeah. So we'll go on to the next one. Oh, he's used the sound effect.
He's got the soundboard for once. Been itching to do this for how many, 30 episodes? What are we up to?
This is 19.
19 episodes.
So what do you think of the big, bad John Deere tractor that just got released and the other things?
I mean, how family friendly are we going to be here at the moment? I will repeat what I said to one of the guys when that was first released, that I think there's a handful of Canadian or American farmers that aren't able to tell each other how much they love their new thing because they've got a mouthful of the John Deere salesman. that they are just all sitting there going, "Oh, I've got an 800 horsepower tractor and a car," and they just can't keep it in. But I don't.
What are you going to tow? It's 830 fucking horsepower.
I think
like, what? Why?
I don't know if it's just us being Australian, but I look at that and I go, you know what? If I need to desperately tow something, I'm just going to call up. I'm going to call up Caterpillar, and I'm just going to buy a D11.
Yeah. So look, the tractor, the cab. So we'll start there.
Yeah.
The cab looks amazing. Looks like a very nice cab. Why do you need to start at 700 horsepower, go to 830? I don't know. There's 600 horse. What is it? I think the Versy does it, but the New Holland is 600.
Yeah.
Things like that. And our uncle's got one.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need that horsepower. Like, so you don't need more than that horsepower.
Yeah.
Even that's the 600 he's not using. Yeah.
Yeah. What if you sink a 6 meter deep ripper into its frame, and you're not running out of horsepower, you're running out of traction.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that people could put them to work on big blade plows or something, but I struggle. I struggle to see that.
Yeah. I don't get the appeal for that horsepower. That just seems ridiculous.
It's never going to come out at harvest, is it?
No. Imagine towing a chaser bin.
Well, you'd tow all three.
Yeah. It would be like just hooking on, a shopping trolley behind it. You just wouldn't know it's there. And yeah, but they look mean, but they look silly because of how big the bonnet is and how low they've slung it. The tracks are nearly the same height as the driver.
Someone did comment. One of the guys said, "I probably need a lift kit."
Yeah, it's very low.
Yeah.
But so we'll stop bashing the tractor. Yeah. The S7, the new header.
Yeah. Innovation again.
Yeah, so it's basically just still the...
it's a body kit.
It's just a body kit.
Body kit and a cab.
Yeah. Actually, I did have... so we were at the Seed Terminator Day the other day and going over the results for the GRDC's mill testing. Anyway, when we were there, we were chatting, having a look behind the header, and one of the guys goes, "Oh, you reckon," because it was on an S-Series, "you reckon this will be around for much longer?" And I'm like, well, yeah, John Deere will never get rid of a single rotor combine.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I reckon give it a couple of years and they'll go to the
twins.
The twins, the X9. It was like both myself and Henry are standing there dumbfounded, like, nah, it's definitely not. And Henry pointed out that they've still got the conventionals, like the M series, the T's, whatever they're called.
Yep.
Still selling them.
Yep.
And John Deere will never get rid of a single rotor.
That's a bold call right here, folks.
You heard it. You heard it right here.
Hot takes. I agree with you. Like, they're going to have market differentiation. I mean, have the twin rotor, have the single rotor offering.
Some of John Deere's most popular headers would have to be the lower classes.
670, 680s.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, X9s start at 1,000.
Oh, yeah.
So they start at a class 10, go to class 11.
Yes.
So do you think that they can get that X9 smaller to the price market for someone who's never going to happen.
I don't reckon they I don't reckon they'll get rid of them. Maybe they might drop off. I mean, they haven't. They've extended the range by going to the 7s. I'm not sure what their strategy is, but I'd reckon that they'll keep the single rotor for a good while. But I don't know if it'll be there forever.
Hear it here first, mate. It is staying forever.
That's it. Wow.
Might as well broaden your horizon and have both. Two rotors and one rotor. You've got both markets, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for now it's not the tri-bind. What was that one that has you got the concave was spinning the opposite direction to the rotor?
Oh, yeah.
Now that is a genius idea, and it looked brilliant. And then someone bought them out because they went bust, and then binned the idea.
I did watch this on YouTube year before. I reckon it was a handful of farmers who built it and did it. And they could change their concave in like
Yeah, because it
20
was on
minutes.
tracks as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like a bulldozer.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether they were purchased by C&H. I don't know
Yeah.
if they were bought out and then.
So
some of the
that
innovations
I'd love
went
to
in.
see that.
Yeah.
Because that was now for people who don't know, and I'm trying to explain a bit better. So your rotor is still the one that's spinning in the center,
Yeah.
but they had the concave on the outside spinning at a slower
Yeah.
revolutions,
Yeah.
and it meant that the grain was staying in longer
Yeah.
and would the grain
Increase your threshing area.
like the grain
significantly.
and you'd very got like nil losses out the back.
Yeah. Rotor loss.
Yeah, sieve loss, another question.
Yeah. As far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned, like sieves, it's just build them bigger, like build them longer and fatter.
I tell you what, I looked at a class, when we were at that day, and
Yeah.
there's so much sieve space in those things.
They're magic, aren't they?
Oh yeah. Anyway, what else? They had their new cedar bin released as well.
Yes.
Well, they're just upgrades to it, so
Yeah.
that was nice because we're looking at going that way.
Yeah. And the old predictor.
Yes, what
Yeah.
you said. Yep, they're going to stainless steel, which is bloody nice.
Look at that. They must be listening to us.
Oi. Sponsor us, will you? And I think there's an easy cow thing on the side, which I don't know if I trust yet, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the See and Spray,
Yeah. Yeah.
which you were very much
I
hoping
was
for.
just hanging on, waiting for him to say, yeah, we're finally releasing it aftermarket in Australia. No, they've decided that they're going to release it in America only and then on the Hague space. Like, great. Good.
Yeah. Well, if it's 25, so 26, you'll surely be able to buy them.
Ah, surely. Oh, something.
So
I'm sort of leaning towards the flying over with the drone. One of the guys up in
yeah, I don't know if
one
I
of the guys
trust
in the
that,
wheat
but-
belt. He
yeah.
did it. I don't know if I'd trust the DJI to be able to pick up like small flea bane
Yeah.
effectively, but it could be worth looking at, seeing
Yeah.
how they go with it.
There's always new things, and
About
Innovation.
$8,000 worth of investment.
that's not much, is it?
No,
Yeah, compared to what you're going to pay for a See and Spray unit.
yeah,
All right, we'll keep moving. So name Stom. Interesting name. Main reason for getting Grover, and is it worth renting / was it worth purchasing? So for those who don't know, Grover is my grader. I've
Yep.
got a Cat 140M. It's a 2017. It's got the joysticks for
Yep.
controlling it, not the piano keys. It's got 14,500 hours when I bought it. And was it worth buying? 1,000%.
yeah,
Our tracks are very nice now,
yeah,
and we're doing the big thing that I got it for, and that's building tracks.
Yeah.
So last year doesn't sound like a lot, but we did 2.8 Ks of road that wasn't a road. It's now a road. And then also this year we're doing nearly 3 Ks of a road.
yeah.
So yeah, 100% worth it. Would it be worth hiring out? Yeah, but I also would probably need to provide a driver for that. And I'm not dry hiring it out to people because that's how gear gets ruined.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely a worthy purchase, and I got it for a bargain as well. So
And so firefighting and dam catchment sweeping and cleaning up,
Yeah,
that sort
yep.
of stuff. That's where they come into their own.
yeah, so our catchments are all clean, our boundaries are all clear,
Yeah.
and then we've also got it for if there's a fire around, you can just
Yeah,
use that as well, which is a great tool.
yeah.
All right, Lockie Hill. He says, if you could buy a piece of machinery for the farm, what would you buy? Money, no object.
Probably one of those. You go to the Perth Mint and like money printer. Just have one of those in a sea container
Okay.
at the back.
What machinery?
Yeah.
No, it actually says what piece of machinery.
Piece of machinery. Yeah. Oh, that's plant, isn't it? It's not. He's got me. Oh, yeah. Money, no object. I am talking a turbine helicopter. It's happening.
for
Paddock inspections
paddock
and
inspections.
spraying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
I like it. So I'll go more of a realistic one and go.
If you say like a lawnmower, money's no object. He's like, I just want a nice ride on mower.
If money's no object, I'll get John Deere to design and build me an 8,000 litre, 160 foot boom.
Oh.
But no, I don't know, probably just another agri-fac with all the cameras and all the everything like that would be very nice.
Yeah.
Or actually the that tornado seed bin or whatever it was that we saw.
Yep.
That.
Yeah.
Now it's fairly cheap compared to a boom spray, but
Yeah.
that's what I want.
Yep. Two of them.
Two of them. One for barley and one for wheat. You don't get one. All right. Would you guys ever go to case headless? And I believe he means headers. And that was from Liam.
No, I've got single rotors, and if we were going to be, I said if we're going to have a single rotor, we may as well have the cheap one to maintain.
Yes. Yeah.
You've got CNH repair bills, which I have had New Hollands. I know what they are. So yeah.
For myself, I don't think you can get me out of a John Deere header.
Yeah, single rotors.
Yeah, the tractor's different. Tractor, it's just got to pull something.
Yep.
The sprayer is something that you need to make sure is going to be the best performing thing for your farm at the time.
Yep.
So that's why I went out towards agri-fac instead of sticking with a same old 6,000 litre John Deere.
Yep.
But yeah, the header, John Deere do a very good header. They do a very good cab.
Parts, information,
the GPS side of it.
Oh yeah,
it sends. I know other brands do it, but it sends up your yield maps when you finish with the paddock.
Yeah,
it's already there on my phone. John Deere do so many things well.
Yeah,
we may as well be sponsored by them. The amount of brown nose that we're doing, but
yeah. Well, I mean, you did point out that you've got a new case tractor coming. So you're not colourblind. It's just the same thing. Like the precision ag side is unmatched. Has been for a while. They've been in front.
Yeah. No, they're very good with that.
The ease of taking your data and security of the data coming through.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure about the security of it from the outside, but from paddock to my computer and my ability to use it.
Yeah. I mean, what's a Russian hacker going to do with my yield map?
Yeah. I don't know. Let them have it.
All right. Jack Lester, 26, he says, all the JD weight plates in the latest Tom's Brook video, are you keeping them or are they for sale? So these are weights that I had to buy for Art, our 9520 RT.
Yep.
Our 2-track, because it's a 36-inch track and it couldn't pull the bar. So we had to weight it down.
That's right, yeah.
So we put the weights, the suitcase weights that go on the front of tractors. They also go, there's
on
a
the
spot
saddles.
for them on the saddle on the side.
Yep.
So half of them are actually from the Ute, our 9420.
Yep.
So they can go back on there. And the other half I bought. And now they are as rare as hen's teeth.
Yep.
So they will not be sold.
No, keep them.
Keep them in the back of the shed for when we might need them, unless you've got a very good price there, Jack.
Yeah. The most expensive bits of steel.
They are. I can't believe how expensive they are, and they're very hard to find. So, okay. What's your yearly average rainfall? And that's from Lockie Knoth. Sorry if I got that wrong.
Yearly growing season? I think we did this once.
We have, yeah. So yearly's 400.
Yeah, I think we say 425 here, 420 down here.
Yeah,
thereabouts. Yeah. Should be more.
Yep. All right, and from Pritch96, is there a George update?
No. I have seen his Instagram. He has travelled a lot, hasn't he?
So this is obviously talking about summers.
Yeah.
He's back in the UK, but he might be coming back to the farm. We'll just leave that little one there.
Oh, little teasers.
Ooh. And is there a George update over here?
Nah, still same old George.
There is. Guys, if the podcast stops for a period of time.
Yeah, well, there'd be, I might be temporarily out of the podcast game for a little bit. Got a little one on the way. You do. So if the podcast does stop suddenly, guys, you know why? Yep.
We're slack and lazy and we're going to use that as paternal.
Back in December.
Yeah. Okay, so Mark Merritt again. Thoughts on a strip and disc farming system?
I've got lots of thoughts on that.
What, you're going to leave it there, are you?
I think so. Yeah, no. Yep. We've been running strip and disc for 3-4 years now, and many advantages, many challenges, and a handful of disadvantages. I'll give the top of each of those.
Yep.
Efficiency in strip and disc is great. Fast seeding, fast harvest. Disadvantage probably would be the cost of entry.
Yes.
Getting into it, and complexity.
Yep. And it's also you're adding another pass.
Yeah. Yep. It's then challenge would be your I don't know how willing you are to accept the risk of fire at harvest.
Yep.
And how you manage that would be probably the number one that I'm thinking of. All the others are all manageable. Fantastic system, working really well for a lot of guys. But yeah, it's an owner-operator sort of system. You've got to be right involved in every bit.
Yeah, yep. And I obviously don't have any. So
There we go.
All right, Shay Copeland.
Oh, hello, Shay.
He has asked, now I'm going to bugger this up, but how do you work out remuneration?
Remuneration?
That's the word, for yourselves in your own business.
Oh, whatever you'd pay someone to do it and then cut it in half. Yeah, that's a difficult one because you've got obviously if you're owner of the business, then you've got all of the building, like all of the everything that comes with the farm, and building the farm up is eventually going to go into your back pocket. So
yeah. I think you've obviously got to look after yourselves.
Still got to live.
Still got to live. Also, important to look after yourself with the super fund.
Yes.
And doing things that way. Do it properly. When you start young, do it properly.
Yeah.
It could be a bit hard if you've got, I suppose if dad or granddad still,
have the checkbook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be impossible. But we do need to do a whole podcast on succession planning.
Yeah, the dreaded topic of succession planning.
Yeah, it's a hard
for a lot
one.
of people.
Yeah. But definitely with that, if you are paying yourself a wage, and you're starting out your business, like your farm career, obviously you're going to start cheap as chips.
Yeah.
But definitely always look after yourself with super.
Yeah.
Pay yourself nothing, but always pay your full to super.
Yep.
And then that will look after you in the long run.
Yep.
All right, we've got two more. So JPB489, what are your thoughts on the Nerta truck wash? So this is the truck wash I've got that is meant to be broomless.
Oh yeah.
So it's the acid.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
You got a foam gun. You spray it on, and it works really well for the Americans because they all have their own Canadians. They all wash inside sheds.
Yeah.
So they don't get the evaporation that we do.
Oh yeah.
So because you're meant to leave it on only for a minute or until it starts to dry, because as soon as you let it dry, it stains it.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to do it on alloy because it'll stain the alloy.
Oh, okay.
So, but no, it works brilliant. So we started doing it for the boom spray.
Yep.
Because no amount of brushing can get anything off of it anyway.
Yeah.
We're at the point where the boom is now sort of stained in parts, and it makes Henry's job, halves it.
Yep.
So from nearly a full day of washing, it gets to a half day.
Yep.
We tried it on the headers this year and the tractors, and I think we'll go back to brush. There's just it does a good job, but again, we're normally washing in hot conditions, and it just evaporates too quick.
Yep.
And I don't think it's doing the right job. So it's hit and miss, but definitely for the boom spray, I think it's worthwhile.
Yeah, we use Outback. You can buy that in town, the Outback wash.
Yep.
It's orange. Don't use it as the same as like you see, what is it, C18
Oh, yes, yeah.
Don't use it at the same rate. It doesn't need to be at the same rate as that stuff.
Yeah,
it's, very good. Yeah, it doesn't cut through. Doesn't cut through like that. But yeah, it's good for the brushing and
Yep.
yeah, tears off the red dirt.
All right. Now, for our last question, this is from Brooklyn Seth. And they have asked, what's your best tips and tricks for the city people trying to get into the ag industry?
Oh, jump on Gumtree and take up a job at a harvest job.
Yeah, so I've had a few people private message me asking, and it's Gumtree or agencies.
Yeah.
Just look up agencies. There's a lot of them around.
Yeah.
And agencies probably your best bet if you want to have a bit of security going into it. Gumtree, you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. I mean, like, often there's ads put through, I say Gumtree or Facebook, that advertise, like the agencies are advertising through there.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
So you can find them that way.
Yeah. I mean, I've hired people off Gumtree. We've had, and you have too, we've had good experiences and we've had very bad experiences.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely either, well, if you're still in school and you're looking that way, I'd say do a degree or do TAFE,
Yeah.
you know, when you're young for an entry into something like that.
Yep.
And if you're in TAFE, I'd get things like your chem cert, get your forklift license, all the things I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Do all that so you've got that behind you already. Because normally a requirement is HR or MC minimum.
Everyone wants a truck driver.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, look, agencies would be my bet.
Yeah, just get onto a harvest crew, and go and learn, go and listen and learn. That's it. That's a good starting point because you get to see everything happening.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's often, if you love it and you start in the north and they finish early, then you can go and do another little bit later. Further down, try and link it in with a bit of lime spreading.
Yeah, yep. Or if you're interested in sheep or animal husbandry, there's sheep are year round. So
there's always spots on livestock operations.
Even if you started somewhere like on as a rouseabout.
Yeah.
Now, for those who don't know what a rouseabout is, it is the guys and girls who pull all the hay. The hay.
Hey,
oh my God, my wife's going to hit me. Get all the wool from the shearers as they finish shearing the sheep, and then they throw it onto the fleecing table, and pull all the crap out of it.
Help with the classing. And just
So-
in the shed, doing shed stuff, seeing how the sheds work.
Yeah, so I mean that's a very good. You go around, you'd see lots of farms, and you could also put feelers out, like if you wanted to start working for a farm, if they're looking, something like that. So yeah. Anyway, what do you reckon? We'll leave it there.
Yeah, I think so. Covered through. It's good. Lots of questions.
Lots of questions, which was very nice. We didn't have to try and pad it out too much.
No.
Bit of John Deere bashing in the middle there, which was nice.
Yeah, well that's it. Gotta keep them on their toes.
Got to keep. We can't have a brown nose all the time.
No. We will always change colour. There you go. There's the threat.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.